back into our series here of gi chokes. We're going to do the same gi choke, isolating the arm, and now we're going to take a look at a couple of variations here. Right? So we have a guy here in side control. We're going to open up the gi first. Right? Obviously, I'm holding him in side control. Open up the gi, punch that gi through. And when I punch the gi through, you can see that I'm even rolling him on the side. It's a lot easier to roll him on his side than it is to try to get right here and reach with him flat. So make sure when you punch, the gi is going to get tight. Then use that tightness here. Give some slack here, so take some pressure off of him to roll him and get this. Once you get that here, you can also let go of this here and weave right away. So all I did was weave to get to this situation here. Right? So I got to this point. I got one arm and the lapels on an opposite collar choke. What can I do here to bring more pressure than your regular variation? So instead of this here. What we're going to do right now is to bring the leg in between my arm and his shoulder. So all I did here was I got him still a little bit of sideways. I stepped up here, okay, and now I'm going to bring my knee through this gap here. Okay, so you're right here, knee through the gap, and you pull him back in here. Now at this point, you can see that I also pointed that knee up. I don't want this knee to be underneath here because that, doesn't do much for me. Now what I can do is pull this tight and kick with the shin. You can see that I'm not having to kick with the shin here. I'm not pulling with my arm, I'm just leaning back with my weight. I'm just holding with my grip and putting my weight on his neck here. At the same time, I could be pulling with my arm and I could be, applying pressure with the shin, but it's so tight right now that I don't need to. What if I start losing my grip? Very common situation. If you lose the grip and you feel like this choke is not going to work, that's the beauty of having the arm in there. You can throw the leg over and go for the arm bar. So you're in here, you punch that through. Okay, now let's say the arm is here, for example. If the arm is here, this is going to be a lot tighter. Okay, so if the arm is already pinched on the other side, what I would do here is probably something like this here, and okay, you can see that this is super tight. If it's not there, then you weave and we do exactly what we did right there. Now, knees are pointing up, pressure, squeeze. This doesn't work, arm bar. So, right here, and bring both knees. You can bring both knees up at the same time, or if it's easier for you, left and then right. Right there. Okay? Let's try that. I remember showing you the squeeze here.